Hi guys, in today's video we're going to look to create images in the style of this image here by Rosanna Jones. The reason we're doing this is because she is in this year's GCSE paper at year 11, AQA for Concealment, and also in the year 10 project as well for the same starting point. So in this video we're going to look to create this more straight edge cutout. Whereas in the last video we looked at this one here. So please do check out the part 1 video for how we use cutout tools there. And in this video we're going to be doing more of a straight edge thing. In Rosanna Jones's own work, she is creating these by handmade techniques. So if you are able to print and cut and make these of your own, please do that as well, because this will help your grade. So if you're a book worker, obviously stick those straight into your book. If you are a PowerPoint worker, then just take pictures of these for the moment to put in your book, but keep them safe, and then we will scan those whenever we're back at school, and we'll work that out. So for this edit over the previous edit, I've actually cropped in these images because we need this more croppier feel. So if you look at this image here, we're further out, we can see the shoulders and then down a bit, whereas in this image here we have more of a headshot with a little bit of space above, but that's not important right now. So back in the Pixlr site, so back on the home page, just like before, I'm going to be using the advanced version. So we're going to click into the advanced version, and then we're going to go open image, and then I'm going to select one of these cropped images that I've created as part of this. So the 2 and the 3 are best for what we've got here. So I'm going to open the 2 for the moment, and then just like before, it shows us with the layers palette over here, and then the toolbar over here as well. Like we discussed in the part 1 video, this version of Pixlr is a little bit more like Photoshop in the way it looks and the way it works, but it's still not as advanced. So toolbar on the left has more tools. Along the top here we have a selection of menus like we do in Photoshop, and then on the right we have our layers palette, history palette, etc. So like before in the part 1 video, we're going to add a new layer, and this new layer is going to be an image layer. So we're going to select that Crop Becky 3, click open, and then there we have the 2 images available for our use. So in our cutout tool today, we're going to be using the draw cutout, and then when we click onto our brush options, we're going to select the square shape for this. So just like before, we can change the size of that brush, and we can also change the softness of that brush. Presently, as you'll see from this image here, the edge of that brush is soft. We don't want that. We want a straight, sharp edge brush. So we turn our softness right down to 0. And then from here, we need to make sure that our option is set correctly so we are adding to our cutout. So really, very simply, we're going to click and drag around like that, and that's created a cutout for us. So reminder, in our layers palette, we've got these tick boxes, so we can actually make these visible or invisible. So if I make that background layer invisible, you'll see what I've made here, where we've got that kind of rectangular straight edge part of our frame. And then let's make that background visible again. We can use our move tool to move that element around within our scene to change how it is we want it to look. So maybe kind of move it down there like that a bit. And then if we wanted to rotate a little bit, we've got this blue circle at the top here we can grab, and then we can tilt to kind of move that around just like that. So it's really that simple with this one. I've gone a little bit quicker because in the part 1 video we went into a bit more detail about how we use the cutout tool and how we can manipulate that from there as well. But that's pretty much it. So there where we've created the effect like that, we could, if we wanted to, go back and kind of add more. So let's add more. Let's show you how to do that. So let's bring that back to the 0 point. In fact, I'm going to undo until we get back there. There we go. So back to the cutout tool, but this time we're actually going to kind of remove from the cutout, and we're going to use our draw with the square again, and then we're going to, oh, wrong way around, we're going to add to our cutout. Let's add that back in, and let's add a bit more back in, because if we do look at the Rosanna Jones version, we can see right up to the crown of the head and a bit of hair as well. So let's do that. Okay, and then with our move tool, we can then move that around, move that down a bit, maybe rotate a bit as well. So there's that. So when documenting this in your book or in your work, if you're a book worker, you can screenshot and print, and we need to include a before and an after image. If you're a book worker but you don't have a printer at home, please make sure you keep all this safe so that when we are back at work, or back at school rather, we can get all this in and work from there. If you're a PowerPoint worker, just go straight ahead with getting this included in your work. So what do I want? I want a screenshot of what we've done so we can show how we've worked and how we've edited. And I want a before and an after image. So let's show you how to save this out of here so we can create our after image. So if we go to File, we can go to Save, and then that will create that option there for me. I'm just going to call that Edit To, and then we're going to go Download, and it will download a version into my downloads, and it's a fully working version of the image ready to include in my work for a before and an after. When we annotate this, when we talk about it, we're going to say what we've done and how we've done it, what the impact of the process has been, and make sure that you are making links back to that research that we looked at. So that's all for this video. If you have any questions about what we've done, please do just ask me, either contact me through the Teams board or send me an email. Thanks for now.